Hey everyone, I'm Katrina from Theme Creations Wreaths of Things, and I'm back. Today we're going to work on a grapevine sunflower wreath. So while I'm trying to pull up my live on my phone, go ahead and get that grapevine wreath. Go ahead and get those florals. Go ahead and get that ribbon, because we're going to put one together today, and I want you to do it with me. If you don't know, making wreaths was a hobby of mine, and now I'm starting to make it a business. So I'm taking you along on that journey. So if you want to know how to do it, then come on, let's get the grapevine, get your florals, get your ribbon, and let's make this grapevine floral wreath together. Today we're going to do sunflowers. Sunflowers, ladies and gentlemen. I love sunflowers. Do you love sunflowers? Let me know if you like sunflowers. When you come on today, let me know. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know. Are you a crafter? Is it something that you do? If you do craft, what kind of crafts do you do? Painting, making wreaths, doing t-shirts, making signs. Definitely if you make signs, let me know, because I'm always looking for a person to make me some signs. I'm always looking for that. So if you guys are making signs, please let me know. I'm always looking for that. I was able to find it this time, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this is me trying to do the technology. I'm trying, ladies and gentlemen. I could put a wreath together. I'm not good with technology, but I'm trying. So have you gotten the grapevine, the florals? Have you gotten your ribbon yet? Come on now. I'm giving you a couple more seconds to get it done, and then we're going to get started. For some reason, it just went, I saw it, and it just went away from me. Just went away from me. If you're watching on Facebook, do me a favor. Please share, like, and comment. Please comment. Let me know. Matter of fact, today I am shooting from a different angle. So if you've seen my other videos, let me know which one looks best. I'm trying to figure out how to set up my camera to give you guys the best view. So I need you guys to let me know which one you think the view is the best. That way I'll know how to set up my camera for future videos. I'm trying to give y'all guys the best view so you can see my hand placement. You don't miss anything. I think on my last video, since I'm right-handed, the camera was on this side. You really couldn't see placement well. So I need you guys' help to make sure you comment and let me know which view do you think is the best. Well, let's get started. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do this grapevine wreath. We're going to do a 14-inch grapevine wreath today. This is a small one. It's not a big one. Normally, you would see me working with a big one. No, this is a small one, so this shouldn't take us too long today. This grapevine wreath, I got it from Hobby Lobby, and as you see, I haven't cleaned it up. We got the little sprigs hanging off of it. The little paper sign is still on it. So we're going to clean all of that up, and we're going to get it ready for making a wreath. How you do that is you take your wire cutters. That's what I use. You can use scissors if you like to, but wire cutters just seem to be the best for me. And you just go around and you just snip these little pieces off. That's all you do. Snip these little pieces off. You run your hands on it, around it. You see what snags you. If something snags your hand, you want to make sure you clean that off. If you can pull it out, you pull it out. You just want to make sure nothing is left that will hurt your customer when they run your hand on your wreath. Even though all of my wreaths, the back of my wreaths are covered. Always cover the back of my wreaths. That's just me. You don't have to do it. That's an extra step. It's just me. I just like my wreaths to be cleaner in the back. I also don't want my wreaths to scratch anybody's door or window or wall that they hang my wreaths on. I want that to be clear. So we're just going to go around and just snip off some of these pieces. Depending on how bad it is, and maybe a little dirty, you have to bang it a little bit and try to get some of the dirt out of it. That's fine. It's rustic. It's supposed to be a little, dirty. No big deal. You're just cleaning it up a little bit. Just go around it. Have to snip some pieces because you don't want it to look too wild. I know it's supposed to be rustic, but it's gotta, look like something. Looking like it's good enough to go on someone's door. So we cleaned that up a little bit. Let's cut off this little tag. And this is a wreath I got from Hobby Lobby. They have them all year round. So we're just going to cut that off. Get that tag off. Get this little silver little piece off. I don't know why they You do it with this little silver piece. Makes it hard for it to come off, but they do. It's what we got to deal with. Let's flip it over. Let's see. Let's do a little hand run here. Let's see a piece on the back, like here, to pop off. When you tune in today, let me know, like I said earlier, where you're from and how was your day. It's a Monday. Was it a good one? Did it start off well? Were you dragging? I know I was dragging early this morning. I don't know, I couldn't get myself together. Finally around 1, which is, you know, most of the day. Finally around 1, I finally felt like I was okay. Starting to kick in and I can get some things done. But before that, I was really dragging. It is truly a Monday. Definitely a Monday. All right, let's clean up our area. And I'm going to show you the rest of the stuff I have to go with this grapevine. This shouldn't take us too long today because it's not a big wreath. It's not a lot of stuff going on. So, look what I got, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. I absolutely love this sign. I love this sign. It's a metal sign, silver backing, and it has a bumblebee on it, a butterfly. The colors are so vibrant. I love, love, love the sign. This sign came from Personally Yours. Once again, Personally Yours. And the website is Wreathssign.com. So Wreathssign.com. Check them out, ladies and gentlemen. Their wreaths, I have ordered wreath signs from them before, and I've always loved them. Always loved them. Never been disappointed. So check them out. This sign is gorgeous. So this is the sign I chose to do with this grapevine wreath today. And just look at it like this. Doesn't that look great? I know it's a little wonky. I gotta figure it out right here. There you go. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. We're gonna get the sign, fix the sign right now. This is what I use to attach my sign. This is a metal sign, like I told you. I use what they call cable mounts. I don't know if you guys can see that well, but it's called cable mounts. It has like little holes on each side, and it has a sticker on the back. They come in different sizes. What I do is I actually find out where I want to place it on my wreath. I take my hand and, oh, that's the spot, and then that's the spot at the bottom. I then in turn mark the back of my wreath. I have like a little pencil mark. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a little mark here too, where I mark my wreath where I want to put my cable ties, because that's where I want to attach that. How I do that is I take a little bit of the E6000 and I take the backing off, which I need to, there you go. Take the backing off of here. And I'll turn on my glue gun. Gotta wait for my glue gun to heat up a little bit. So I still, once again, can't see your comments. I was able to pull it up, but my phone went blank, so I don't want to mess around with that. I want to concentrate on doing the wreath. Let me show you some of, while my glue gun warms up, let me show you some of the other material we're going to use to make this sunflower wreath. Check out these sunflowers. Oh my goodness, look at that. Showed you the sunflowers. We're not going to use all of them because this is a small grapevine. It's only a 14-inch grapevine. We don't need the whole thing being covered. And these are pretty big, pretty big sunflowers. Look how big they are. So we don't need them too many up there. Maybe 3. We probably use 3 of them. Here's some greenery that has white in it. Not sure what I'm going to use. It's several different types. Not sure if which one I'm going to use. I'll play it by ear. Once I get started, I'll figure out what type of look I want, and I'll decide then. These are the different type of greeneries. I got this greenery. these greeneries here. I got here. And then most of my greeneries I get from Joann's, Michael's. I'll also get from Walmart. Always pay attention to Walmart. It's another type of greenery. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 of these. And then 2 of these will be my greenery. And if I need more, I have it here. I always have. I always make sure I have more material than I actually think I'm going to use, just in case I want to add a little bit here and there. This is the ribbon that we're going to use today. This is a sunflower ribbon. It's not going to be a big bow because, like I said, this is a small grapevine. So that's the sunflower ribbon we're going to use today. And then we have this chocolate ribbon that has like a green line through it, like a nice moss green type of stripe, that nice moss green stripe. And I thought that would really bring out the green that's in the leaves of the sunflower. So these are the 2 ribbons that we're using today. So I think my glue gun has heated up some. So you just take the E6000, squeeze a little bit on the back, like a little dollop. And then what you do is you just take it, and that little X, that little mark that you made, the mark that you made either with your marker or your pencil, you just put it right down on that little mark. My E6000 is sorting all over the place right now. I normally have it on something. And you do the same thing with the other piece. And you push it down. Let's close this up because it's making a mess. You make sure it's down really good. More pressure. You see the E6000 oozing out. That's a good sign. You want to make sure that E6000 gets all around. And then you take your glue gun and you just go around the edges with your glue gun. You don't have to do this, ladies and gentlemen. I just feel like it just makes me feel more secure that it's not going to go anywhere. But you don't have to do it. It just gives me that little added protection that this sign is not going to come off, no matter where it is. And that's how it looks. You just got glue all around it. And then you just set it aside. Now, you can also take your hole puncher, which I have right here. And if you wanted to, you could just punch a hole at the top. Like say the welcome. You can actually punch a hole there. Punch a hole in the bottom. Use some pipe cleaners and you can attach it that way if you like to. If you don't have any cable ties. When I first started doing wreaths, I didn't have cable ties. I didn't have the white cable mounts, these here at all. I didn't have them. Didn't really even know about them. So you can always, if you don't have them, you can just punch a hole here, punch a hole here, put a pipe cleaner through it, and attach it to the wreath. It's absolutely no problem. That's the other way you can attach it to your wreath. Now you're gonna set this aside while this dries. And we've cleaned this all up. I feel another piece over here on the edge that I need to top off. Escaped me the first time. And what we're going to do is, now that we have the sign being prepared, it's drying, we got to let the glue set, we're going to work on the bow. Now, being that this is a 14-inch grapevine, it's a small grapevine, we're not going to do a very big bow. So, let's pull out the Easy Bow Maker, which so far is my favorite tool to use when I'm making bows. I have the Pro Bow to hand. I love the Pro Bow to hand when I'm making my Christmas topper bows. To make the big, fabulous bows, that one is just great for it. Just making those big, beautiful. That Pro Bow to hand makes the big, beautiful bows. I love using that for that. Now, for making my regular size bows for my wreaths, I prefer this. I do have the Bodabra. I do use that on occasion, but if I have to choose, I'll go with the Easy Bow Maker first. So, show you how I do that. I think the last time I did it, I didn't show you this step first. When I put it down on the counter, I get my zip tie. We all know what zip ties are, right? It's got a flat end and it's got the butt out end. And when you go to secure it, you want this end to go into the flat part, right? So you lay this down on your Easy Bow Maker. I like to, when I'm using a grapevine, I like to use the twine because it just blends right in. You don't have to do this. You can use pipe cleaners. You can go ahead and use the pipe cleaners if you like. You can use the pipe cleaners, not a problem. I just like everything to blend in very well, and it blends right in with the grapevine if you use the twine. So that's what I use. Not saying you have to, but that's what I use. And I just cut off a good portion. You always want to make sure you have enough just in case. I don't want to be short anyway. Put that to the side. Then you take this and you put it in between the two sticks that you have here. You have two tall sticks on your Easy Bow Maker. You put it right in between. Now the zip tie goes right beside it, okay? With the flat part of the zip tie facing up. This flat part right here, you want it facing up, which is laying right up against this. You want to take your twine that you have here and you want it to go in between these two sticks right here. You want it to go right in between there and just lay there. So all you need to do is just lay there for right now. Take the first bow you want, and I think I showed this to you on my last video. I like to size my bow to my wreath. I like to size it to my wreath. So what I'm going to do is just in my hand, I'm going to do a tail and then do a bow. Just in my hand. Because I want to see how big I want the tail and how big I want the bow. Right? So I know I'm going to have my sign here. Right? I want my bow to be here. So you see that size? That's like perfect for this size. And that's maybe a 3.5 inch, but I'll put it on my Easy Bow Maker and size it so you know exactly. But it's not too big, it's not too small. I don't want it too overwhelming. I always size my bow to my wreath. You do not have to do that, ladies and gentlemen. You do not have to do it. That's just a step I like because I like my bow to kind of match my wreath as good as possible. So sometimes you can make your bow too small or too big for your wreath, thinking that it will look good. But I think once you size it to your wreath, it helps you be a little bit more accurate. So, I'm going to put this on the little spool. That's about 3 inches. And I'll put enough for a tail. Tail maybe, because you can always cut it short. So you can do like a 7-inch tail. And when you put it in there, ladies and gentlemen, let me turn this on the side for you. When you put it in, you slide it in between the two sticks, your ribbon, and you twist it. You twist the ribbon. So you got the good side of your ribbon showing here. And on this side, you have the bad side of your ribbon, the back of your ribbon showing. Right? So then you go to your 3-inch mark on your Easy Bow Maker. I'm going to do about 3.5. I'll go about 3.5. Let's put the bow down. Let's see how it looks at 3.5. I'm going to go about 3.5. And then you want to twist it. Once again, you got that bad side facing you, which is right here, which is what you want. And then you do the same on the side. You stick your ribbon down in between the two sticks and you size it to that 3.5. And you push it down. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm deciding how I'm going to do my bow because I thought about it before the video and I still couldn't come up with a style of bow that I wanted to make. I think it's finally coming to me, so I'm going to do like maybe two bows on each side for each ribbon, and they're all going to be the same size. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So that's one on this side. This will be the second one on this side. Now at this point, You don't even have to use the numbers on your Easy Bow Maker. You just size it to the size of the bow underneath. So you put it to it, it looks good, and you twist it. Because you always want that bad side to show. So you know when you flip it, you'll have the good side. Push it back down again. You put it to the size of this bow right here. You just even it up to this bow. And you push it down. You don't even have to do anything else. You leave this. You don't twist it because we're going to cut it off. Because remember, we're only doing 2 bows on each side. So that's 1, 2. And you got 1, 2 on this side. Okay, you're done with this one. And how I store my ribbon, I use a rubber band. Depending on how big the spool is how big I want the rubber band. I don't want to put a rubber band on that's real tight, that hugs it, that puts creases in the ribbon. If you just get a rubber band that loosely fits around it, it leaves no creases. That seemed to work the best for me. Some people use pins. I don't use pins because sometimes it just don't go through the ribbon for me. So we're going to do the next bow the same way. We want all of the loops the same size. So we do like maybe a 7-inch tail, stick it down, and you twist. All right. This ribbon, you really can't tell the bad side, but you know, because the right side is the one that's showing. So you put it down, you twist, you measure it to the one that's, because you want it the same size. So you measure it. Sometimes you have to, you know, let your ribbon know who's boss, because it wants to do its own thing in there. So you have to, you know, let them know, no, do what I need you to do. And we're going to do the same thing with the next side. Size it with the bow underneath it. Let's move this tail out the way so we can actually see. We twist it. Do another bow, same size, twist, and we do another bow, same size. Now at this point, you can just cut this off, and I was just thinking, I want to make a little loop in the center, but I don't want it to be my brown. I want it to be my prominent sunflower. So we're going to pull that sunflower ribbon out one more time and just do a nice little loop for the middle. All right, put a little tail, stick it down, you twist, and you do a very small loop, maybe a 2-inch, just a little 2-inch loop. You can even do it smaller than that, 1.5 inch loop. That's all you need, just a little something in the middle, and then you can cut off that tail. Okay, put that away. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen, is there something else you need me to do over, show in another video? Let me know. I can't see your comments right now, but I always go back and review my videos. I also get notifications every time somebody comments. I always try to answer. If there's a question, please ask me the question. I will try my best to answer to the best of my ability. Like I said, this is my hobby becoming a business, so I answer the best way I know how to. Give you any information that you need. If you need to know where I got the signs at again, or where I get my Grapevine Wreaths at, I can let you know that. My ribbon, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I didn't even tell you that. This ribbon right here, I got from Hobby Lobby. This is a Hobby Lobby ribbon, the brown ribbon. This also, the sunflowers, also Hobby Lobby ribbon. But this is the ribbon that they have over by the material section. Okay, so if you're looking for like these sunflower ribbons, go over to where the material section is, and you'll find where they have the ribbons at over that. That's where you'll find the sunflower ribbon at. So now we have it in our Easy Bow Maker, right? There's your zip tie. Remember your zip tie? There it is. So now we're gonna get that zip tie, both ends, And we're going to put that in, put the end in, and we just cinch it in some. Just cinch it in a little bit, not a lot, just enough to hold it. Now when we pick it up, it's not quite in the middle, it's to the side. So we now want to hold it and move it over a little bit to the side. Now we want to close it up some. Then we bring this top, that little notch, right? The little notch on the top. We want to bring this notch to the bottom. So then we just hold the ribbon and we bring it around to the bottom. Now when you do that, your ribbon may move a little bit. You just line it back up. Just line it back up. Not a big deal. Got the two chocolate, 2 sunflower, 2 chocolate, right on top of each other. That's what we want. You can start fluffing around, messing around with your bow at this point. You can if you like, because you still need to tighten it up some. Remember, it's still kind of loose in your hand. You're just holding it down. You can pull the twine that you have along with the zip tie and just hold it in your hand a little bit. Don't pull too tight, because remember, you haven't cinched it all the way down. Sometimes your ribbon moves, so you have to have that little space so you can adjust your ribbon. So now I think my ribbon is good size. Everything looks quite even. I'm going to cinch this zip tie that we have underneath all the way. And when you pull it all the way, you'll see the ribbon go like this, like it's trying to close up on itself. That shows that it's going tight and that it's in there really good. And you just cut off that end. Now you can really fluff it. So you didn't want this ribbon. I didn't want this ribbon to be very big. I mean, this bow rather, sorry, to be very big because it's on a small grapevine. I want the grapevine to speak for itself as well. I want you to be able to see that. So I didn't want to have a huge bow on this grapevine. I wanted to make sure you see the grapevine. We're going to cut these tails down a little bit. Definitely going to do that. Pull our center in. And that's your bow. That's your bow, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, we're going to cut these down, but that's your bow. So now I'm put the bow to the side. I'm going to go back and get the sign, which we put up here. Now, I can attach this with the grapevine as well. I'm just doing the Chanel stems for this one. Like I said, you can do either or. It's up to you. Not a big deal. I just felt like doing the Chanel stems on this tonight because it's kind of loose in here. So I think the Chanel stems can fit through pretty well. I kind of pull it even. This is just my way. It's not the way you always have to do it. Some designers actually, or wreath makers actually just pull it just a little quarter of a way, maybe 2 inches up on one end and then twist it. And that's how they secure it. I like to have 2 pieces hanging out in the back that I can secure it with instead of just one. That's just me. You don't have to do it that way. So I pull mine where my pipe cleaners are even. It don't have to be perfect. And then I just give it a good twist. That's how I secure it. Move this over here because we're finished with that now. I'm doing on the other one. I like to pull it where it's just about even. And then I'll give it a little twist. And now that's ready to be attached. So we bring our grapevine up. And I've already figured out where I want to put my sign. Right. Where is it at? This wonky side right here is where I want to put my sign. It's a little wide. It's a little awkward, little thin right here. So this is where I'm going to put my sign. And you just look at your grapevine. Find a spot that don't look so perfect. And that's where you put your sign. And you just take this and you just feed it through. It don't seem like it's that thick, so I don't have to worry about using anything else. It seems like it'll fit right through it, no problem. Okay, so I got the top on. Let's see if we can get the bottom in. Going through, and let's see how the other one goes. I want to move it over a little bit. Like it's over enough. Move it up and over. And when you put your sign in, the first time you put it in, it may not be in the right spot. That's why we don't tie anything down right away. We just place it in, see where it is. You can always move it to get it to the right spot. I think that's the right spot. There it is. Looks perfect to me. So when I'm tying it down, I just put just a little bit of pressure to make sure I got a nice little tight, not too snug, but you just want to make sure you twist it pretty good. So it's holding very well. You give it a couple of twists. Then you just take your wire cutter and you snip off the excess. And then you just tuck this little end that you have here. You tuck that in, and I'll show you that in a minute. Once again, a little pressure, push it down a little bit, just a little, not too much, not too snug. And you give it a couple of good twists. Just to secure it up there. You don't want it flopping around all over the place. And there you have it. There you have it. I just love that sign. I really love that sign. Now, where the sign is, how I have my sign, I want the bow to be diagonal with the sign. That's just me. You don't have to have it that way. I just want the bow. I figured I want the bow across from the sign. So this is the area I'm going to put my bow at. And that's what I want to do next. So we have our sign. Let's just know exactly where to put the bow. So then we take the twine that we have the bow attached to at the bottom, and we just stick that through the grapevine in the area we want it to go. And this grapevine is very loose, so it's very easy to stick things through. So it's not hard at all. So you see, I already got that through already. I have the twine in my hand. I'm going to pull it, and then I'm going to twist that twine. And then I'm going to twist the grapevine. Because what that does is it tightens everything up. It pulls that bow down into the grapevine. And I kind of want that for this wreath because I'm going to have florals all around it. So I want my bow to be in there pretty good because we're going to put some florals around it. Remember, we got those beautiful sunflowers over there. We didn't even get to that yet. The excess, we just take our wire cutters, and we'll just cut it off. You take the piece that's sticking out in the back, I hope you can see that piece right there, and you just tuck it under. Tuck it under. I always cover the back of my wreaths with felt, so nobody's going to see this. Nobody's going to see the back. So it's going to be covered with brown felt. You don't have to do that part. I just do it. That's just me. That makes me feel like my wreath is complete and finished when I actually cover the back with felt. Once again, I don't like my wreath scratching anybody's door, glass, or window, wherever they're going to hang it at. So I protect their property, their walls, and wherever they're going, their doors from being scratched by putting felt on the back of my wreaths. I also put a hook as well. But that's not something you have to do. That's just what I like to do. To me, that's a finished wreath. Okay. So let's get to the sunflowers. Let's get to the greenery, the best part. I think I'm just going to cut off 3. I really think that's really all we need. It's 3. But we have more. We change our minds. I'm going to take this green leaf part off. Actuality, yeah. Because I'm going to use that greenery. And that's going to stick down in there. You can cut this little stem part they got off so it can go down into your greenery better. If you like, you don't have to. But you don't throw these leaves away, ladies and gentlemen, because you can use them. And I just may show you that, depending on how it looks once I put it in there. You don't throw it away. And I may cut these stems down a little shorter as well as we go on. But what you do is you take your sunflowers or whatever florals that you have, because I told you to go get your grapevines, get your floor and your ribbon and do it with me. So hopefully you're doing that. You take them and see, it's not that much space up at the top, but I still want this grapevine to show. So I think at the top we're just going to use one. Being that they're so big, we're going to put one at the top. We're not going to glue it first. We're just going to place it in there. We're going to see. We're going to see how it looks. And we're going to do, now the bottom, I think we're going to do 2 because there's more space at the bottom. See at the top? That's already got that area full. All you can see is the grapevine is this little area right here. And we're going to put a little bit of greenery there. So when we get to the bottom here, we're going to put this one up in here. Like I said, I think we may cut the stems because I think they're a little too long. So we'll cut some of the stem off. And we're just placing it right now. That's all we're doing right now. We're just placing it in. Seeing where we want it. Cut some of the stem off. And when I cut some of the stem off, I didn't like to bend it. I don't know if you can see that. Hand placement is wrong. But I bend it a little bit. See that? It just helps it scoop into the grapevine. It's like a scoop type, and it fits right into it when you do that. Put it up just a little bit more. Yeah. And that's how it looks so far. I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it up because it's on a wire, so you can bend it whichever way you need it to go. Now, let's just cut these greeneries. I think I'm just going to go with these. I'm just going to cut them all. So we're just going to place them around. And there's like 2 types of greenery. One is more yellow green. The other one is more white. Got like a white hue to it in green. But they're both very beautiful. Both very, very beautiful. And they blend in well with each other. So it's going to look really, really good together. And this should be 6 as well. So I hope you're cutting your greenery up. I hope you're doing this along with me. If you're watching me on Facebook, please like and share. Please comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want me to make next. Do you want me to make another grapevine? A patriotic? A Mother's Day? Let me know. I'll let you guys choose what I'm going to make next. I think that's kind of fun. Me not choosing it, you guys choosing. Just comment. Let me know. Also, don't forget, let me know about this view. If you watch my other videos, let me know if this is a better view. If this is the best view of all of them, let me know. That way I know how to set up my room here when I finally get it done. Right now, I'm in a testing stage for everything. So nothing is etched in stone right now. So you guys can help me set up my room by letting me know whether this is a good view for you guys to see my videos. Okay, we cut up all of our greeneries. Now, I have a glue pot here, which I'm going to be very careful and move over because it is hot and it's on a lower setting, but this thing gets really hot. It is a Sure Bonder glue pot. I love this thing. I got it at Hobby Lobby. When I first got started, ladies and gentlemen, I did not have a glue pot. All I had was a glue gun. So if you do not have a glue pot, it's fine. Use your glue gun. But now that I have a glue pot, I love using it when it comes to my florals. It's just easier for me to dip my floral in and stick it into the grapevine than me having to use the glue gun. But if all you have is the glue gun, you're fine. You can get it done. So let's just take our sunflowers back out. We know where we want to place them. This one I can cut down the stem. We can stick it down here in the glue pot. See? And you just stick it down there, get some glue on that stem. Matter of fact, I gotta put some more glue in here. It's getting low. And you stick it right down into your grapevine. Stick it right down into your grapevine. Okay, you do your next one. Stick that right down into your grapevine. And you take the last one out. And what's good about you doing the placement first, you kind of know where it goes when you put it back in there, so it kind of helps you out. You don't have to figure too much stuff out. You kind of already know. All right, now let's just stick some greenery in and we'll be done, ladies and gentlemen. That's all to this wreath. I mean, look at it. Let me just show you it right now. Like I said, I'm going to cut these tails down. But look at that. And remember, Mother's Day is right around the corner. Right around the corner. This will make a great gift for Mother's Day. Or for any occasion, to tell you the truth. This is an everyday, year-round wreath. You don't have to have a holiday for this. This can be a housewarming. I mean, anything. It could be a housewarming. It could be just because, you know, Mother's Day. I mean, you just want to change out from the holidays. You just want to have something, just something pretty and bright on your door. You stick one of these in there. Get yourself a wreath like this and stick it in there. Okay, we got that greenery here. A little pop of greenery. I gotta put some more glue in my glue pot. I didn't realize I was down that low. I've been using it so much. Okay. Go on the other side, because what you do on one side, you do on the other. You're going to have these little glue strings all over the place. That you will have. Just underneath here. Back over here. Like I said, what you do on one side, you do on the other side. You can go in between here. A little bit of that greenery up in there. So it can be seen. Between those sunflowers. That's what you want. You want that greenery to be seen. Yes, I'm cleaning off the glue with my hand. Drives me crazy, but That's what happens when you deal with glue. It gets all on your fingers. You just have to peel it off. It comes right off. And as long as you keep that Sure Bonder glue pot on the lowest setting, it's on, but it's on the lowest setting, the glue doesn't really burn you if it gets on your hand, because it's not really that hot. Now, don't quote me on that. You do it and you burn yourself. Still be careful. I don't want you burning yourself. I've done this quite a few times. It don't really bother me too much anymore. So I can say that. I'm sticking this in here. To have a greenery. We got a little piece right here. We can stick to the end. Right here on the outside. Get a little piece here. Stick something here on the end. One of these guys. And then get a little guy here and put it underneath the middle. Right in here. Let's get some of these glue strings off. Let's cut some of these tails down. And you know how to dovetail. Let me show you. Just take your ribbon, you fold it in half, and then the folded part to the outside. That's how you cut, from the folded part to the outside. You want to cut them down, so I'm going to bring that down. Once again, fold it, and you cut from the folded part to the outside. You fold it like that, fold it. And from the folded part to the outside. I just think this turned out really, really nice. This brings a little pop of color where you need it. Say if you have a little walkway that you need a little something to wake it up, this would be perfect. Gives it a little something, a little pop, a little pizzazz. Sometimes you just need that little pop of color. That's all you need. I'm going to work with our ribbons because some of them got turned around down here, in here. Tail down just a little shorter so you can see your ribbon. See that you have a ribbon there. You want to see that chocolate, the tail. Here on the tail. Ribbon underneath. Pick your ribbon up. Of course, it gets flat. Make sure you pick up your sunflower. I see a little spot. I can put just a little something else in. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't need such a long piece, cut it down. So you don't need all of this at the bottom. You may just want this top piece, and that's all you need. Just cut off that top piece and just use the top piece. See, it's a spot right here that I can fill in. So I just use that top piece, and there you go. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all she wrote right there. That's it. What do you think? I think it came out beautifully. Look at that. Welcome. Like I said, Mother's Day is right around the corner. Don't get caught empty-handed, especially when you got someone like me, Katrina from Theme Creations, that can help you out with that. Like I said, if you're on Facebook, please like, share, and comment. Please share and always comment. It's the only way my business is going to grow, is if you guys build me up. Please like, share, and comment on Facebook. And if you're watching me on YouTube, please subscribe, ring that doorbell, and also comment as well. This is Katrina coming from Theme Creations, Wreaths and Things, with another beautiful wreath that you can get for yourself or a loved one, whichever one you choose. I will see you next time. And I think I'm going to be coming to you in the evening. I think I figured out that's the best time for me to do videos. So I'll be your night bird. So I'll be the one that wrap it up for you in the evenings. So I will see you next time. Bye.